You've probably heard that Elon Musk is planning to make some major investments in the Philippines, but what if I told you it's not for the reasons you might think? There's a hidden truth behind this move. It's something you definitely need to hear. But first, let's ask the obvious question. Why the Philippines? Of all the places in the world, why would Musk choose this country? Why not Malaysia, Indonesia, or Cambodia? Isn't it a bit suspicious that a country with its size and GDP has caught the eye of the richest man in the world? Doesn't that make you curious even a little? Well, I've done the digging for you and I've uncovered the real reason behind his interest in this country. If you care about the future of the Philippines, you'll want to know what's really going on here. But before we dive in, let's take a quick look at who Elon Musk really is. Musk, born in Pretoria, South Africa, has become one of the most influential businessmen of our time. He's the brains behind Tesla, the electric car giant, and SpaceX, the private space company that's pushing the boundaries of space exploration. He didn't stop there. In October 2022, Musk took over what we now know as X, formerly Twitter, making waves with his bold business moves. People often compare him to legendary American tycoons like Steve Jobs and Henry Ford because of his disruptive success and unique style. By 2021, he had overtaken Jeff Bezos to become the richest person in the world, a title he still holds as of February 2024. Now, knowing all that, doesn't it seem even stranger that someone like Musk is eyeing the Philippines for his next big move? There has to be more to this story. Let's rewind a bit. Back in 1995, Musk co-founded Zip2 with his brother, Kimball, using just $15,000. That company helped newspapers transition to the digital age, and in 1999, they sold Zip2 to Compaq for $341 million. Musk used the payout to launch X.com, a fintech company way ahead of its time, which eventually merged with Confinity to form what we now know as PayPal. Though Musk was later pushed out as CEO, his stake in PayPal still earned him a cool $11.7 million when eBay acquired it for $1.5 billion. But his story didn't stop there. He became a key player at Tesla in 2004, initially as an investor, eventually helping to lead the company to global dominance. So why is the richest man in the world, who's built electric cars, taken us closer to Mars and redefined social media, turning his attention to the Philippines? I've got the answers, and trust me, it's not what you expect. Stick around to find out what's really going on. Under Elon Musk's leadership, Tesla has risen to the top, becoming the world's most valuable automaker. But Tesla isn't just about electric cars, it's also a major player in solar energy. With the acquisition of SolarCity, Tesla produces two widely used rechargeable solar batteries. Back in 2002, Musk invested a staggering $100 million of his own money to start SpaceX, and since then, he's been making bold moves across various industries. Now let's dive into one of his most talked about acquisitions, X, previously known as Twitter. Stay with me because the twists in this story may reveal why Musk's plans for investing in the Philippines might not be as they seem. Twitter, founded in 2006 by Jack Dorsey, Noah Glass, Biz Stone, and Evan Williams, went public in November 2013, raising $1.8 billion. Musk joined Twitter in 2009, quickly becoming a frequent poster. Then, in April 2022, he revealed his 9% stake in the company, sparking a chain of events. Twitter's board offered him a seat, which he first accepted, only to decline just days later. Not long after, Musk made a bold move, proposing to buy the company outright at $54 per share, sending a bear hug letter to the board. Twitter's leadership tried to block him with a poison pill strategy, but eventually gave in after Musk secured $46 billion for the deal. By July 2022, Musk seemed to backpedal, claiming Twitter hadn't been transparent of fake accounts. Twitter then sued to enforce the deal. After months of back and forth, Musk finally took control of the company, renaming it X by the following year. But here's the thing, why did Musk go through so much trouble to acquire X? Why not simply make his intentions clear from the beginning? Could we see him play a similar game in the Philippines? Musk has a track record of disrupting industries and amassing enormous wealth through ventures like PayPal, Tesla, SolarCity, and SpaceX. But the big question is, will he follow the same playbook when investing in the Philippines? Could we see him privatizing public resources for his gain? Now let's shift focus to his plans for the Philippines. Musk aims to expand SpaceX into Southeast Asia, with the Philippines leading the charge. His goal is to offer satellite internet through SpaceX's Starlink, targeting hard-to-reach areas across the country's 7,000 islands. With the Philippines frequently battered by tropical storms that wipe out communication infrastructure, Starlink promises to be a game-changer. But here's the kicker. The real reason Musk is eyeing the Philippines might have more to do with cheap labor than technological advancement. With an average monthly salary of just $500, Musk could be looking to profit at the expense of the Filipino people. And with the political system in the Philippines sharing similarities to the US, where oligarchs often pull the strings, could Musk end up leveraging this system to his advantage as well? As Musk enters the Philippine market, will his investments uplift the country, or will they follow a familiar pattern of exploitation and privatization? Stay tuned, because the answers could shape the nation's future. Will Musk push politicians to pass laws that maximize his profits at the cost of the country and its people? And what about real estate? Could Musk's investment in the Philippine property market offer any real benefits? Let's explore. First, the potential benefits. 1. Economic boost ***. Musk's real estate investments could pour a significant amount of money into the Philippine economy. This influx could lead to job creation, more consumer spending, and overall economic growth. It's a shot of capital that could revitalize various sectors. 2. Infrastructure revolution. Known for his innovative and forward-thinking approach, Musk might prioritize sustainable, high-tech infrastructure projects. Think eco-friendly buildings, smart cities, or even hyperloop transportation. This could completely reshape the country's real estate landscape. 3. Urbanization relief. With cities like Manila struggling under the weight of overcrowding and housing shortages, Musk's involvement could spark the development of new urban areas or the revamping of current ones. This would ease pressure on overpopulated zones and provide more living space. 4. Affordable housing. Another potential upside is affordable housing. Tesla has already explored innovative construction methods to create affordable homes, and this could offer more Filipinos the chance at homeownership, something that's sorely needed. 5. Tech hub growth. Musk's presence could spur the development of tech hubs and innovation centers, attracting talent and startups to the region. This would elevate the Philippines' status as a burgeoning tech player in Southeast Asia. 6. Tourism magnet. Projects spearheaded by Musk often attract attention. Imagine if he developed a futuristic, sustainable city or a spaceport. Tourists would flock to see it, injecting even more cash into the local economy. But for all the potential benefits, there are some serious downsides we can't overlook. Gentrification and displacement. Musk's investments could jack up property prices, pushing lower-income residents out of their homes. This would worsen social inequality and force marginalized communities to the fringes of urban areas. Infrastructure overload. Large-scale developments could strain already overburdened infrastructure. Roads, water supply, and sewage systems. Without careful planning and significant upgrades, his projects could make congestion and pollution even worse. Environmental harm. Real estate development often leads to deforestation, land clearing, and habitat destruction. Despite Musk's commitment to sustainability, these projects could still cause substantial environmental damage, especially in sensitive areas. While Musk's long-term vision and bold goals might seem promising, the hidden costs could leave lasting negative impacts on the Philippines and its people. The question remains, will the benefits outweigh the risks, or will the country and its communities pay the price for Musk's profits? When we think about rapid urbanization and large-scale projects, there's a real risk to culture. Musk's developments could prioritize shiny, new innovations over the preservation of traditional practices and historical landmarks. This modernization might come at the cost of cultural identity, wiping out generations of history and heritage. Imagine one company controlling a country's energy or transport. It would limit consumer choice and choke innovation, all while boosting profits for the monopolists. There's also the darker side of labor exploitation. Real estate projects often depend on large workforces, and that can mean low wages, poor working conditions, and the exploitation of migrant workers. It's a real concern, especially in developing nations where regulations may not be strict enough to protect these workers. Water scarcity is another ticking time bomb. The Philippines is already grappling with water shortages, worsened by climate change and urban growth. Musk's developments could stretch water resources even further, sparking competition between communities, agriculture, and industries, a recipe for potential conflict. And let's not forget the country's reliance on agriculture. Converting farmland into sprawling urban developments might boost Musk's profits, but it could also reduce the country's ability to produce its own food, making the Philippines more vulnerable to food shortages and insecurity in the future. So what will Musk's investments really mean for the Philippines? Will they bring progress and innovation, or will they exploit the country's resources and its people? These are the questions we need to keep in mind.